Hello, Faith to Feet family. Dr. Anetta here. Today is another Mentor Monday. So today I was thinking about all of the content that we consume on a daily basis. And I was also thinking about the content that truly is king, and that is the Word of God. And one of my goals at Faith to Feet is to help strengthen your faith walk. And in order to do that, we have to read the Word. The Bible tells us that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. And so when I think about strengthening our faith walk, we have to pick that book up. We have to read it. But one other thing that I think about when it comes to the Word of God, I think about how sensitive and how specific it is to every individual that picks it up for themselves, right? So when I listen to, a message on TV from a pastor or a minister or a teacher, it's specific and it's sensitive, but it can be even more sensitive and even more specific when I pick it up for myself. So think about this. In the medical field, there are tests that are ran on patients to diagnose or rule out a disease. So when the test is highly sensitive, it has a range of around 85 or more percent, but you usually don't get 100% sensitivity and 100% specificity. But when it's sensitive and it's highly sensitive, that means that it really is diagnosing those true positive patients. Therefore, it's minimizing giving patients false negatives when they really are positive. So let's think about that for a second. If it's highly sensitive and you are truly positive for a disease, you don't want a negative diagnosis, because that would prevent you from getting the help or getting the treatment that you need, because you went home thinking that you were negative when in reality you are actually positive. Now, on the other hand, what the Word of God is truly helpful in being specific in our lives. And in the medical field, we have those tests that are highly specific, or we at least want them to be highly specific. So nothing, again, is 100%. But when we have the Word of God, it is 100% specific. So what a high specificity test will do, it will diagnose those who truly are negative for a disease. So it's going to minimize those false positives. So think about having a false positive diagnosis. You went home thinking that you were positive for a disease when you really weren't. And what if you took the next step of getting the treatment that it took or it takes to treat that disease, and you really didn't need it, and all of the emotions that go along with that? So I encourage us today to pick up that Word of God that truly is 100% sensitive and 100% specific to each individual. It's going to direct us, it's going to guide us, it's going to lead us, it's going to create a whole new world for us if we just pick it up on a day-to-day basis. When I think about the high specificity and sensitivity that the Word of God provides for us, I think of how it makes me proactive and not reactive. I think about how it helps me to be a better leader, how it helps me to be a better follower, because it makes me sensitive and specific to what I'm supposed to be doing in every area of my life. So again, I would encourage you, as we all are consuming content, to consume that true content, which is the Word of God, on a daily basis. Peace, and see you soon.